Hello, everybody. How are y'all? Happy Tuesday. Happy to see y'all again. This is Nallie with Miss Denay. How are you,
Hey y'all,
Denay?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Happy to be here. The weekend was pretty easy. Just
Yeah,
it was quick, but it was pretty nice. You do anything special?
I feel like the weekends are a scam, and and I'm over being a part of the illusion of the scam. Right? I feel like we should have at least 4 days to
Uh,
recuperate from the 5 days that we worked, or whatever the case may be.
yep.
Or like we
So
should
do
only
away with the
work
whole
like
7 day rule, huh?
Yeah, like we should only work like 2 days on, 2 days off, or
Mm.
not at all, and still be able to live.
Do you hear me? That girl, that would make so much. That Danae for president, like for real.
Everybody just gets a check.
Just
That's all
it's
you
just
need. Everybody just gets a check. Everybody gets a house. Everybody gets a check. And everybody's house is based on their family size. So the bigger your house is, the more people are in your family. So if you want to get your aunties and cousins and all that together and have a big ass house, there you go.
and see that's the thing. I wish we all got along better with our families to actually do that. Because I'm not gonna lie, I can,
Feel like
I'm
it's not happening.
gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
I feel like even if we had property and everybody's house was like, and I think I've said this before, like in a circle or all like within the compound, but we're not necessarily
Mm,
all living together. I think that'd be good stuff.
I think so too. I would like that. Let me move this a little bit closer. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can.
Awesome. Okay. Well, yesterday was an interesting day for me on TikTok. Um, like I know you saw it and you know
I
exactly what I'm
did.
talking.
I saw some of it, but I'm like, let me let her tell the story.
About. Okay, so I it was a little sound. It was just like Google, your sign, and see what questions come up. What's the most searched questions under your sign? And
Hmm.
it's just like, why do Libras love Leos? And I'm like, we
I've
do.
never heard that before.
I know. I had knew. I was like, why is that under the most searched thing under Google? So I just like, that's interesting. I ain't mean
Hmm.
anything by it. So here come this guy, and he was just like, because Leos are this and they're that. And I'm like, you know what? I give you props. That is all true. Those are all very dominant traits. But something hit me like, you know what? There's more to this. I'm gonna call him out because you're just not gonna drop that. So I think that I came off more flirtatious than I meant to. I was
You
actually
did. You did.
trying to be a smart ass, but you see how bad I am at
No,
it?
it
Do you
came
see
off as it.
do you see how bad I am at that?
Yeah,
Do
it
you see
came
how
off.
bad I
It came off as I popped my puss on the handstand, like I'm here, I'm ready. That's how it looked. And then you had like this look in your eye, and I'm like, is she flirting with this man? Like,
No, that
and
was
I'm
the
like,
point. That was the point.
no, it was so flirtatious,
It
and
was
so
not meant it was not meant to be flirtatious. I was trying to be sarcastic and like, oh, a man's gonna tell us all about the Leos. And I did not mean for it to, but he took it as that. And that, that mirror I have up is gonna show through. He showed everything, improved everything I
yeah,
said right.
right.
Every
And then his comeback, I'm like, oh, he just ruined it for all of us. Like, and then I was like, no, only the male Leos. Like, he just ruined it. Like that.
girl, I've oh
There's a difference. Like, you can be extremely confident, but you don't have to be like a cocky jerk
that
off.
that
You
was
know what
my
I
thing.
mean?
Like, why did you have to put that part at the end? Just say, you know what, I used to be stubborn, but I've grown up. And I'm like, okay, cool, you could just say that. But no, 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 no. This one, No, he had to
Because
take
he
a
thought he was, I think he thought that he was honestly impressing you with what he was saying. I'm just, I think he thought he was impressing you, to be honest. And I was like,
probably.
oh,
I think that's what it is. And I thought for a moment, like that, it can't be that easy. It can't be that easy. A smile and some pretty eyes is all it takes. I have been doing it wrong my whole life.
I gotta just give a little shoulder, a little shimmy.
That's that's all it took. And
That's
like
all
I
it
told you,
took. All it took was for you to be pretty and to give him some attention and make him to think that what he said was not illiterate, you know?
yeah,
That's the only way I can say it. But it was I don't know. It was interesting.
that was very interesting. And I like I don't know if I will, you know what? I'm thinking about unblocking him just so everyone can read how he talked because like, do you want a cat or do you want a lion? I was like, what? I was like, excuse you, but you do understand that male lions rely on the pride, which is females, to get everything they need. And even then, the females will cancel out a lion, take him off the census if he come back after too long and they don't recognize him. Like, what do you mean they're going to be detrimental results if a female steps out of a place in a pride? The males run nothing. I was
But
like,
he
well,
doesn't understand that. He
hi,
doesn't
Rashid.
understand
Was
that.
that his name, Rashid?
He doesn't understand that. Most from
No,
what I've
Danae.
read,
Somebody in the chat said hi. And I was like, oh, hi.
where do you see the chat? Oh.
It's right there in the chat. You don't see the chat? Open
Oh,
up
now
the.
I see it. Now it's updated.
Hey, love. Thank you for the like. Thank you for saying hi. Appreciate it. But yeah, I just, he okay, but yeah, he just kept digging. I was like, sir, just I was like, you know what? I'm not giving you this. It took me after that second one, he was just like, they're detrimental results. Okay, you clearly know nothing about animals. You know nothing about lions. You miss Kevin Samuels, don't you?
Is he even a real Leo? That's the question.
That was it. That was like, you know what? Are you a Leo? You're just another person that's all bark and no bite.
It's probably a
That's
bot.
it. You need to be a lead. You need to have the final say. But who do you have the final say over? So you have no power at all. That's what I got from that. It's like, okay, so you have no personal power and you need to flex it over women. Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that was interesting.
He'll be single for a very long time.
Girl, you could look and tell that that's single. His beard got not that those hairs in it.
It was knotted.
It,
I
it
wish.
was not. You like the comb beards. Like you can take care, but you can tell the ones that don't do anything with it. It
Yeah,
just rolls.
they don't wash it. They don't condition it. They don't put the beard oil on it. Their skin underneath is probably all flaky. They're like scratching it
Danae,
because it's dirty.
Danae, are you a beard?
But
Woman? Do you like beards?
no, it's not that I like them or I don't, right? But if you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have it, it is mandatory that you take care of your beard. Like it's just mandatory.
Okay.
I don't care who you are. You need to wash your beard, especially if you're a messy eater and food gets stuck into it. Especially if you like to eat kitty cat, you need to wash your beard. If you are walking around looking like a billy goat and your beard is out here, you remember when on Looney Tunes and what was his name? Samity Sam or
Mm-hmm.
whatever with the red beard and it would like blow up, right? When like with the Roadrunner or Bugs Bunny, they do something and they would blow up and it would just be all over the place. Like that's what I see when I see these folks and their beards are atrocious. Like just you have to take care of yourself. Just like you wash your
Yeah.
armpits, just like you wash your balls, you have to wash your beard. Period.
Yeah.
God bless America.
Oh, wow.
That's all I could say.
No, I got you. I got you. Oh my gosh. But like and that was the thing. It's just like I love confidence. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I really do. And I mean every word that I said about it.
Hmm.
But you're not gonna come up here half stepping and not show the other side. And it's just
Yeah,
like, sir, I I stopped there because it would have gone too far. And it's just like I don't want to be that person on TikTok that's always responding to negative comments to keep things going.
yeah,
And you notice that's all TikTok pushes because they are heavily suppressing all of my views. Like I
yeah.
just to like 20, almost 2,300 people, and my videos are still only getting like 400 views.
Mm. Do you think some of those are bots? Like, I think a lot of my followers are bots.
When I this is how I know because there's actually a girl
Hmm.
on TikTok. I think I tagged you in one of her lives. She holds lives for everybody to come in and start building up. So you come in there, everybody just starts following each other. And that's how
Okay.
you're building people up. You check them out. Like me, I check out who's following me first, and then I'll decide if I'm gonna follow them back or I'll unfollow. Like you don't need to follow me. Me and you ain't got nothing to comment. You came up here from Christian Talk, sir. You're in the wrong place. I will offend you. Just go back over there. It's okay. We love you. Just I don't think
Right.
I'm right. But that's how I made sure. It was like, you know what? I don't need no bot accounts, but I think it's just TikTok suppressing it because another video came out where it had like a suggestive song. You know, pretty much it was that I'm FREE, F nigger free and all that other stuff. You remember
Hmm.
that song?
Right, right.
I try not to say it, but that song was on one of my videos. That video got over 20 something, 40 something thousand views.
Yeah, because you were saying the N word in the song. The
Exactly. That's what
more,
they're only promoting the negative. They don't want to promote light.
right.
But it was still an interesting thing though. But I don't want to be one of those that build my platform off of that mess. To me, just what you start with is what you're gonna have. And I'd rather not have the negative on my page, even if that means it's gonna take me longer to build my platform. I'm not gonna go about that route because to me, I feel like it's going to come back at you at the end because then that's all you're going to have around you. And you
Yeah,
got to protect yourself as it is with what you got.
yeah. Because if you're
I
just,
know.
it's like you're just attracting like, the energy you put out is gonna just come back to you. It's just gonna be like a whole karmic debt situation, and I don't think
Exactly. It's just like, I'm
I just
not
don't
even
have time for
about
that.
to, right? It's just, I'm not even about to enter into that because I feel like if we start bending now, later on, it's just going to get worse.
Yeah,
And we'll have to keep bending. And then you lose integrity and you're out here looking a fool like these other
yeah,
people. So I'm not going to do that.
yeah. I can't. Like sometimes I find that, well, not sometimes, literally all the time, is that when people make comments and they're either extremely ignorant or they're just mean hearted, like like you can read it, you can just tell like
Hmm.
that was coming from like the most evilest place in your body. I'll just erase their comment, like it's not,
Yeah.
I protect myself that way, you know. I feel like if it's not um going to add to the conversation in a positive light, then
Hmm.
I erase it.
Yeah, me too. It's just, I'm not, my thing is, I feel like I have to protect not only my page and me, but other people too.
Mhm.
It's like, I made my intention clear. This is a light channel. I'm going to keep it light. I'm going to, give whatever message I can. But in the end, this channel is going to be about me and what I want to put. I'm not going to have a niche. I'm not going to subscribe myself to being just one thing because there are too many boxes that I like. And I'm not going to just put myself into one. So this
Yeah.
channel is 10% of me. So this is what you get, 10%. The other 90 is what's left off. Like
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm one of those people, and I feel like you know what, I've had to block a few people, and including guys, because like I
Mhm.
think I told you about one Leo in particular. He wasn't interested in trying to get to know anything about me, only trying to find out what I put on social media. Like everything that was on social media, even though this person had direct access to me to speak with me,
Mhm.
they still would much have rather gotten to know me via, my TikTok page or something else. It's like, why though? Like, you already know that this whole thing makes me uncomfortable. I don't like this.
Yeah.
But comfort zone,
Well,
growth, development,
maybe he's just from the metaverse. He could just be
no,
a.
oh no, 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 ma'am. This was one of those like much like the person that was online. I'm the man's man. My family members feel that the worst thing to happen for women was them getting the right to vote. One of those type of people. Like, and look, I get like my thing is I could rock with somebody who just has that perspective thinking, but they still come from a good place.
Mhm.
I get it. You're traditional. You come from a time when men, had to pick up and take everything and work and kill themselves. And look, for that, I will never sit here and pretend I understand what men have to go through, the pressure, all of it, because it's a lot they have to carry. But to sit
Yeah.
here and say something like that, like, come on. Like, you're not gonna sit here and tell me that women having liberty and freedom really, really makes you feel some type of way. To me, it makes me think about those men who get offended at the fact that somebody says they don't need them.
Mhm.
Why do you want me to need you? Do you understand what that means? Like, needing, the energy of needing somebody. It's not good. Like, why do you want to need somebody? Why do you want someone to need you? Do you understand that's a drain? You are constantly
No, not for everybody.
no, 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 not for
Some
everybody. Not
folk. I'm just saying. What I'm trying to say is, if people don't understand the drain that comes from actually being needed, it's because their idea of what control looks like makes the idea of the neediness attractive. Like they think
Mhm.
that if someone needs you, then you're able to control them 100%. But that's not necessarily always the
Right. And I
case.
don't think,
So.
and that's the thing, is like I'm not coming at it from a point of possession and um wanting to have control. I'm
Mhm.
talking about the act of having to have a reliant and a codependent relationship on somebody.
Oh.
That's the part. Like, I'm sorry, but to me, you are not gonna get the broken female who's gonna fall apart and need you to put me back together. You're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get somebody that needs you to work out her issues and hold me at night while I cry about my daddy issues. You're not gonna get that. That's just not it. And I don't want to need you for anything financial either. I'm sorry, but I would much rather want somebody who wants. You
Mhm.
decided and chose me, not,
Mhm.
oh, I need her. I need you. I've been needed before
Mhm.
in a relationship, and it's never healthy. It's never healthy to need somebody. But to walk
Yeah.
in knowing that, you know what, while you're not completely healed and whole, because this is still a life journey, but knowing that somebody just chooses you. Not like, you can come over if you want to. But girl, I already told you mine. Get over here. What
What?
feels better? You can do it if you want to, or come on over here if you want to, or get your butt over here, girl. What
Neither.
feels better?
Neither.
You
I
don't
don't
like
like.
what?
No, I would want them to say, "Can you come over, please?" Or "I would like to spend
No,
time with you."
no,
You don't want. You don't like that. I
no,
do. But
no. To me,
I'm
you
very.
don't sound sure. You don't sound sure. Why don't you sound sure? And
What if
this,
someone says, "I want to see you. Please come over." Like I'm very like
not
tender.
like,
Like,
okay. I meant like
girl, come on over
those,
here so I
if
can
you
get that.
want to, not like those if you want to. Don't say
Uh,
if you want to. Like, do make up your mind. Do you want me over there or not? If I'm already on the phone with you, you've
yeah.
already called me, you've already texted me, I'm already talking. We've already gotten past the, what you doing.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything. What are you doing? Like, let's not continue to play this awkward thing. Either you want me to come over or you don't. So just
Mm.
say that. I don't like this thing where you leaving this uncertainty. Like, I need you to be certain about what it is you want. And if you want me over there, I need you to say it. Because to me, words are, I'm not the what is it called? The people, the touch, what's your
Touchy
love
feely.
language? Yeah, the
Yeah,
love
yeah,
language
yeah.
people. I'm not the touchy feely, and I'm not. I'm not the person you buy gifts for. I'm words of affirmation and me seeing that you're being direct and concrete and stable. So if that's what you're giving me, then that's what I leave. That's my love language. But this, if you want to, and being unsure, it doesn't work for me. Like, no, you choose me and you make it clear you choose me. Don't
Yeah.
tiptoe around like, you want to come over. No.
Oh, so what is going on with you to where this is so? I feel like there's some type of energy behind it.
Mm-mm.
That you're
No,
just like,
to me, it's just the whole neediness thing.
yeah,
I can't get with the need. And I'm not saying it's wrong to need somebody, because
hmm,
of course we all came down to have relationships and experience relationships. It's
yeah,
just the idea and the energy of someone being reliant and needing you for something that they should be able to do for themselves and give for themselves, and they need you to do it. To me, that just screams codependency, and after a while, it's you're gonna fall out of balance. It's not a balanced relationship to have so much need.
mm,
To me, being in the energy of need is being in the energy of want, and that means you don't have. And I don't like the idea of not having.
mm. That's a good way to put it.
So that's what I mean. It's just like, the idea of women always needing men or men needing women just doesn't sit right for me. We should be okay on our own before getting into a relationship.
Yeah, but okay, okay, I agree with you on that. However, where we're at in the programming cycle of everything, right, is that people truly believe that you're not whole until you have your
Mm.
significant other. I'm not saying everyone,
No,
but
no, no.
a lot of people are like, oh, a lot of people think about, oh, well, once I get married, then I'll be one with somebody, and when you're one, that means that you're whole, but you're one without somebody else, right? You're
Yeah.
already whole. You have a whole heart. You have a whole everything. So when people don't have maybe necessarily like the confidence or the understanding, or they don't realize their self-worth, or they have low self-esteem, then they're going to potentially be more vulnerable to getting into relationships where there is that codependence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and I'm not saying like needing somebody, wanting somebody is the part I disagree with. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I was that person once upon a time too that felt like being in a relationship meant freedom. And it
Mm-hmm.
does. It does for some people. For some relationships, uh, it is freedom, because I mean, heck, if you're coming into a place where you meet someone who makes you feel absolutely comfortable and gives you space that you've never had before, of course you get to be yourself and there's that freedom. But
Mm-hmm.
it's all relationships are work, and there's there's the balance you got to create. It's just from my perspective, I just I don't want to need somebody.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I like my independence and my freedom. And for somebody to feel like they want me to need them, just it goes against my it makes me feel trapped. It makes me feel trapped.
Mm. Well, don't be trapped, girl. Get out.
What about
Close the
you?
door.
Because you
Cause
got me all up on here. So I want to hear, nah, See, you real
you
good at
know,
deflecting. You Leo women, oh, y'all so good at that. Oh, y'all are so good
but I
at
don't
that.
know if is it necessarily deflecting, or is it just a way for us to finagle around answering questions that make us feel uncomfortable.
Danae, that's the same thing, girl.
It sounds better when I say it that way, though. You know what I mean? Okay.
Right, right,
So how?
right,
So
right,
what is your
right.
question? What is your question? How do I feel about
Yeah, so in relation,
relationships? Or
yeah,
uh
so in
huh.
relationships, wanting, needing, or do you feel like it's honestly a crazy. I'm sorry, I looked at the timer and I swore 25:55 passed a couple moments ago. But I'm looking at it now and it's 25 there and I'm just like, wait, I,
I don't know. I didn't notice it. Maybe you had a timeline slip,
I,
or maybe they crossed.
I I'm not crazy. That thing said 25:55 when I was in the middle of my rant, and now it's okay. You know what? I'm maybe it said 15. That's
Maybe
it. It was just 15. That's it. That's all it was. It was 15.
you probably
You're
had a
crazy.
timeline slip. So, what do I think about people wanting being needy in their
You know,
relationships?
so no. So want versus need. Like,
Mm-hmm.
would you feel like a relationship would work better if the people want each other versus them needing each other? Like, what kind of
Mm.
relationship would you feel would be healthiest? I mean, even if it's just for you. And these everything I gave was my perspective. I don't view any other type of relationship as right or wrong. I
Mm-hmm.
just meant what works for me. So, yeah.
Well, I, I don't think I would want to be in a relationship where the man like was needy, right?
Mhm.
And at the same time, it feels good to be needed and it feels good to
Right.
be wanted. But I don't want someone who's needy. I feel like
Yeah.
there's a difference, right? Because
Yeah.
I dated a guy. First of all, he was a Gemini. I just want to put that out there. And he was extremely needy. And it was like borderline, like whiny voice. And I already have like a nasally tone. And the last thing I needed is for the guy to be whiny like that. Irritated my soul. But nevertheless, I digress. So I wouldn't want to be in a needy relationship, more like want. But specifically for me, I want to be in a relationship that is, what do you call it? God, it was just in my head. Jeez Louise. It's like I hate when that happens. I had a full
It's okay.
I
Take
thought in my
your
head.
time. It's
So it's
okay.
called a strategic partnership
Mm.
where we're both in the relationship. We both do what we do is for the better good of the entire family. So
Mhm.
in my case, if my partner, if he had other kids, right, whether they live with us or not, and then plus my kids, everything that we do is for the family.
Mm.
Everything is to improve not only our relationship, but to take us both to the next level. Like we would each have to be supportive of the other person. And if we couldn't be supportive, you need to be able to give concrete facts and communicate properly as to why this particular thing is not a good idea, right?
Right. Mhm.
Um, Overall, in the relationship, we would both have to be not necessarily at the same level in all things, but we at
Mhm.
least have to be able to meet each other where the other person is at, right? I don't expect for anyone to come down to my level because I'm not going to come down to anybody else's level. Um, but all in all, for me and how I see relationships, we would both have to understand that we each have some type of trauma, but we both have to be open to the healing of that trauma, or at least be
Mm.
trying to heal before we even get into another
Of
relationship.
course. Of course.
But it's just, it's just a lot. There's a lot that has to go into a
It's
relationship.
work. It's
It's
like I said,
it's
it's
extreme
work.
work. It's like having another job. Like you go to your regular job, if you have kids, that's a job. Like each kid that you have is literally another job. And then if you have a relationship, that's a job. So you have to be someone that I am with, like they have to be worth it. And they have to view me as being worth it too. Because I've been in relationships where it was just kind of like it was stagnant. And it was just like we're just in this because just to say that we're in a relationship. And it's not worth it anymore. Like from my own experiences, struggle love is no longer an option. I need to be in a relationship where there is a fully poured concrete foundation, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, from the literal and like from a idealistic perspective, for
Mm.
me, I would want the whoever my partner is, like he has to be able to build a house, like literally and figuratively. I need you to be able to do electrical. I need you to be able to do um, run the pipes. I need you to be able to put the roof on. I need you to be able to do all of these things. I need you to create this house, right?
So
So
a
that I can,
contractor, you need a
right.
darn you need a contractor.
But I need to be able to make the home, right? I need to be able to set the tone for the home so that not only is this man who built this house, right, comfortable, but he also knows that it's a part of it's he is the one that has to like take care of the house and its ingredients. And I'm the
So
one that has to, like I said, set the tone, make the home, and
yeah.
still be on the same level as him, right? So king and queen, we both rule or conquer the household together, right? Not
Yeah.
one person has the final say. We like get together and we're like, all right, what are we gonna do? And we're gonna go with the best plan. And it may not be my idea, it may be his or vice versa. But we both have to be on the same page. And so that's what I mean when I say we need to have a strategic partnership, right? Because nothing like I'm not 100% the best at all things that go on. And I wouldn't expect him to be either. So we would have to be able to recognize and appreciate the other person's, what do you call it? Skills,
Mm.
right? So, but a lot of men are very much patriarchal. And unfortunately, they don't realize that it's actually, how do I say this? I think Fantasia said that even though it's like the man is the head and the woman is the neck. And wherever the woman turns her right, the neck, however which way the neck turns, the head's gonna go. So you have to be on the same page in so many things. You have to be able to understand that each person is not trying to take the other way out into the boondocks. Like we're here together. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna stay together. We're going to move in synchronicity, you know?
Mm.
But a lot of folks are just like, because I'm a man, I rule the house, or because I'm an independent woman, I don't need a man, you know? Like, it's crazy. I feel like
Right. And
I've,
that's what I'm talking about, balance.
yeah,
They you there's taking the balance out by saying that, oh, I'm the man's man and I this and that, my word sticks. That's not balance. Or to be the woman like, yeah, I don't need any man for anything, for any reason, for anything, it's for this or that. Okay, well, go ahead, hyper independent, sis. That's great.
right. And I
But
don't want that. Let me
no,
live an easy breezy life.
nobody look, and like, you know what, if that's just what you want, that's just what you want, and that's okay. That's
Yeah,
okay if that works for you. You know what? You may have that spirit about you that's just like, you know what? I'm better off independent. A couple of love affairs and flings is all I need in my life. Meanwhile, you got the other side of the spectrum where you got a guy who or a woman who's been married 7, 8 times, and even more. It's a spectrum, and it's all about, what works for you. And like, look, if you're that traditional woman that's fine with letting the guy just take care of everything and you just keep house, that works for you, baby, that's great. But I'm not saying that's what you said. I'm
oh
just putting
yeah,
out
I
there, like,
know.
there's
Because
a whole
I'm not a
spectrum.
homemaker at all. Like, to be honest, we're gonna have a maid. So because, yeah, because I'm not
And
cleaning the house every day. Thanks.
exactly. And when you were talking, it made me picture what I was thinking about of relationships the other day. And it was just
Hmm.
like we are all climbing a hill right now. We all got somewhere we're trying to get to.
Yeah.
But it's a climb. The stairs aren't actually developed. So, while there's steps, you still got to make your way. So you're gonna see people who are gonna be up there, and sometimes you want to travel up there together. But what
Yeah.
if one person's way behind while you're up there? Are you gonna turn around and go back there to meet that person down there? Or are
Are they
you gonna
worth
stop?
it?
Exactly.
Are they
Or are you
worth
gonna
it?
stop and wait for that person to catch up? Or are you gonna
Yeah.
be like, nope, you know what? Catch up here. I did the work to get up here. I'm not gonna turn around for you to catch up with me. You get up here when you get up here. I did the work to get here. You catch up, or I'll see you when I see you.
Hmm.
So either one of those, you got to make a decision. What works for you? Me personally, I'm gonna keep walking. If you don't catch up, you don't catch up. I will not turn around. I work too hard. I will not turn around. No,
But I think
you better.
it might be different though. It might be different for. I'm not arguing with what you're saying,
Yeah,
but just from a different perspective. Like sometimes people don't catch on as quick. Like they may
yeah,
really be trying, right?
yeah. And that's no
It's
indication of how they're doing on their journey. It's just, look, I got here, and I understand everybody gets starts their journey at different peaks, and it doesn't make anybody's journey more valuable than the other.
Mhm.
But it's up to you to make that decision. Is it going to be worth it
Yeah,
to me, especially right now that I'm trying to get somewhere? And to me, the pressure is on because I have kids I'm trying to lay foundation for.
right.
I cannot afford a worthless distraction. And anybody that's coming this way is a distraction. You
You
need to
don't
be
need
worth.
any non motherfucking
I
factors.
don't need any distractions that are not going to be worth it.
I
If
hear
you're not
you.
worth a distraction, then you gonna get silenced. That's just me.
And
And that doesn't
mm,
include just relationships. That's family. That's friendships. That's anything. Like,
yeah,
it's
but they
all a
shouldn't be
distraction.
distraction. If they're a distraction, that means that they're taking keeping you from your goal. They should be able
Every
to add to it. So
any,
it should if
anything
if it's a distraction, like
to
distractions aren't
me.
good or bad,
Yeah, to
in
me,
my
anything
opinion.
that keeps me away and out of my spiritual setting and mode is a distraction. And like I said, distractions aren't bad. To me, I'm not
Yeah,
saying distractions are bad. It just has to be worth it. So anything outside of my spirituality and my kids is a distraction,
yeah,
and it needs to be worth it. That's how I view it. And I don't mean it harshly at all. Not a piece of me does. It's just, to me, yeah, it is that serious because it's a curse that I have to break, and I'm not gonna give my kids the future where they have to worry about, financial stability. Are they gonna ever have enough? Working a job where they're unhappy just to make ends meet. That is a curse I will not pass to my kids. They don't deserve it. So
I'm
that's what
here
I
for
mean.
that.
Outside of that, that's a distraction. You're a distraction, and you better be worth it, or you're not gonna get time. And if you're a guy with kids, you better have the same thing. Like, if you come up to me and you like, "Isn't this what we can do with your kids?" Oh no, no, no. What you're not gonna do is not be the man that you need to be for your kids in front of me. Because
There's
then you
something
gonna
wrong
be,
with your mic.
huh?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, your mic was just like fuzzy. It's not
Blue,
anymore.
I know. Blue, y'all better get it together.
Send her a new microphone.
I like this thing though. It's so dope. Maybe it was my internet connection. We did switch over. I'm happy.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I had Comcast Business for a very long time. And the speeds were good,
yeah.
but it was just too much. And I went to T-Mobile. I was like, you know what? Let me give them a shot because it was like $50.
Hmm.
It works really, really good. I have three TVs connected, my laptop, uh, my that tower gamer computer,
Hmm.
hooked up to it, tablets, and their phone.
No
It
worries.
works amazing.
That's
I was
cool.
surprised, like, okay, T-Mobile.
So, getting back to what you were saying though,
Yeah, my
is that
bad.
you're just not. It's okay. You're like squirrel, but it was
Girl,
like
you know me so well.
so with
Love you.
Okay, so distractions. How do you determine, right, if someone is a distraction?
Like I said, if it's outside of spirituality and my kids, it's a
Hmm.
distraction. So if you're a friend of mine, much like you're my friend. But to me, this is a worthy distraction because, I can incorporate my spirituality into it. So to me, this is, while it's somewhat of a distraction, it's a worthy one. But let's just say, your girlfriends are getting together, they want to take a weekend to, do something nice. And it's not bad. It's just a girls' weekend.
Yeah,
That's a distraction, but it's a worthy one because, self-care, self-love, giving yourself a rest, you need that association. But to me, it's still a distraction from life and what's important. So if it's not toward my goal of a stable future for my kids
hmm,
or my spirituality, then it's a distraction, whether it's a good one or a bad one. A
yeah,
bad distraction is, well, somebody who comes and just that's there to cause confusion and everything else in your life. To me, if you get a a friendship or relationship, anything like that, and you were at peace before, but since this has come in, you're more confused than anything, things aren't clear, and it just doesn't make sense. To
yeah,
me, that's a not worthy
hmm,
distraction, and that's something that's zapping you, and you need to get rid of it. So if you bring
yeah,
confusion and you mess with my peace, you're not worth it.
yeah,
I work too hard for
absolutely.
my peace.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here for that.
So that's all. But I don't, when I say distractions, I don't mean it as a bad thing. It's just it it all is. And those two things are most important to me. So
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I feel like my chair. I'm not one of those people who can sit still. I honestly I'm always like moving around, like adjusting myself, and I have a really good chair, but I still feel like I can't get comfortable. So I think I just want to start doing this and sitting on the couch.
do you know how many palm stones I have to keep myself from just bouncing around? This is what my hands are doing. So
Really?
yes, I have to be doing things at the same time, otherwise
Yeah,
I get fidgety. So this
yeah. Like I need to find something. I packed all my stuff away. I used to have
oh, you
a
have. How's
very
that
rough.
going?
Um, it's I don't know what I don't know. It just is. I
You
mean,
didn't.
I probably have like 10% left of things to do, like, but it's like last minute stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm still just kind of like, I have these days where I just really just am very, very mindful of where I'm at. You know, um, I'm present. I try to
Mhm.
remember these little moments in in this space, in this area, whatever the case may be. Try to remember all the different plants and trees outside, right? Because my um, surroundings will be different soon, so I just try to remember,
Take
you
it off.
know take it all in. But at the
Hmm.
same time, I'm just like, what's about to happen is going to be so awesome, and so I try not to like worry and all of that. But in this whole process, I've met some really interesting like business people
Hmm.
in the area that we'll be in, and you know, like black owned companies.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that like I know where to go, like little boutiques that are around or near my area, or like really what people do. Carpet clean, like everything. Like there's like everything, and it's
You know
going
the person.
to, I don't know what you call it. It's just going to set my standard
Hmm.
for how everything goes on, but well, how everything goes moving forward. So, but it's going. It's going. It's a lot. It's a lot, but it's going.
Yeah. Well, you making progress.
Yeah, a
So,
lot of progress. A lot of
and you already
progress.
making your base. See, I wish I had done that. I mean, well, I did. I did go around and I checked out the area that I'm in now. I
Yeah.
liked it, but I wish I had explored a little bit more because there isn't exactly many black owned. I mean, there are a lot of women owned, but not a lot of black owned. And most places that are black owned are very, very, very busy and impossible to get into. So,
Really?
but
Because let me tell you, in your area, there's a company that is really awesome with their herbs. Their
who,
it's called Alkaline Healing Herbs. That's like where I get everything from. I'm gonna
is that a
also
website?
yeah, it's just Alkaline Healing Herbs. Everything that they do is like based off of the teachings of Dr. Sebi,
Mm,
but like they do a lot. They're closed on Saturdays because that's when they have their Sabbath, but they're awesome. I get everything from there. They're a little, well, it's not pricey to everybody. To me, it's like, oh, we got to save up for this, but it's worth it. It's like grade A products that they do sell. I really, really like their company, and they're really quick with shipping. And you can, because since you're in the area, you can order online and go and pick it up.
where
Well, I
are
don't know
they?
how far away you are from them. Let me see. Let me look it up, girl.
Girl, please, you know I love my herbs. Thing is, I think I use Midwest now just because they give me the a tax discount.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
while I order in bulk, it's like every 3 to 4 months, depending on, what herb I'm ordering. And honestly, I have to outsource a lot of things, especially like herbs that are only available in the islands, like dog
Mhm.
blood bush. Girl, I can't tell you how hard it is to get a hold of that. It is very, very hard. Like
It's called what?
it's called dog blood bush. You never
What do
heard
you
of it?
use it for? Never
It's
heard of it. But
actually
it's
for women who are going through reproductive issues. It helps just like
oh.
raspberry leaf, but it actually has helped quite a few people. I've helped with PCOS.
Hmm.
It's helped them with
Is
that.
that the same as? Because I have this one stuff, but it's like called bark root or something like that.
There's a lot of bark root. Which one?
I know. No, but it's like it's something, but it's like dog bark. Maybe it's the same thing because that herb. And again, I'm super new, but that herb does the same thing. So maybe we're talking about the same thing, but we call it a
Maybe.
different name.
But yeah, it's really, really good. Um,
Yeah.
Two clients that I helped use, both of them got pregnant after
Oh, I
using them.
don't want
Yeah,
that.
so it was really, really dope. That herb has helped a lot, but it's hard to get a hold of. And even
Hmm.
then, it's like going through everything because it's supposed to be quality, but I can't tell you how many times I've had to fuss with some people because it's like mostly sticks and brand. Like this is not. I don't know what you think, but anyways, but yeah. So
Because they don't care. They don't understand what you're using it for.
like, how dare you? Like, if you don't take this mess back and give me my money back, like, what is this? It's
Right.
like a bad weed deal. Like, all I got was sticks and stuff.
Sticks and
What is in
seeds.
the bag? I'm
Stems
sorry.
and seeds.
I'm,
That's all
I'm
I
sorry.
got.
I'm sorry. But you know what I mean. But yeah, anybody that's, offering alkaline herbs, ethically sourced, and
Hmm.
if you got that kosher seal, that's always what I go for. I do not get anything that is not organic, that is not ethically harvested, that is not kosher. I will not buy it. I will not give it. I will not distribute it. I give a doggone about what's going to come out of there. If I have to pay a little extra, so be it. But you're not going to get anything less than that from me.
Yeah,
Those
I
three,
feel you.
you got to be.
So there's the place is called Alkaline Healing Herbs, and it's on Elston Avenue.
Oh, it's not that. It's a good little drive, but it's not that far.
Hmm. I like them.
Yeah, that's not that far. I come from Georgia. This is not far. In Georgia, you gotta drive an hour and a half to work every morning, come back and sit in traffic for like 2 hours just to go 45, just to go somewhere it take 45 minutes to get to. Girl,
I
I forgot
mean,
what traffic was like being up here. I I I, I did. I'm spoiled now. I really am. It took me 10 minutes to go 10 miles. I didn't know how to act.
Yeah,
I
a
did
mile. You've never driven a mile a minute. That's
not
not.
in Georgia. No,
Oh,
ma'am, that well, you don't do that there. What you
like
mean
what's the
10
speed limit? What's the speed? What's the average speed limit?
in Georgia about 45, the same it is up here?
Really? That's weird. Are their
Georgia
streets
is just
just long?
full of traffic. It's just full of traffic. And
Oh.
even on Sunday mornings, you would think
Hmm.
it's good. No, ma'am. You were stuck in traffic for an hour and 45 minutes trying to go 7 miles.
Absolutely not.
That is not an exaggeration. I lived in Georgia for a very long time. I wish I was exaggerating.
Absolutely not. That's treachery.
Girl, and then don't get me started with the snow. My first year in Georgia is snow. Snowmageddon is what they called it. My house was 15 miles away from my job. Tell me
Yeah.
why I left work. We had to shut the clinic down at 11. I didn't make it home until 1 a.m. the next day. I was stuck. Yes, ma'am. I was stuck. Crying. I left work in my scrubs. I got home. I had nothing on but a white beater and some drawers. That's how bad that drive was, girl. It was terrible. Praying the whole way, fish telling, don't let me hit nobody. It was bad. And people were abandoning their cars on the side of the highways, leaving them. Look up Snowmageddon. I think it was 2013 or 14, 2014.
Hmm.
Look it up. We'll see it. That's what happens in Georgia when it snowed and unexpectedly. It was bad.
So they don't. So it doesn't. Okay. Well, yeah, it's in the south, so it doesn't regularly snow out there. So they didn't
Nah,
have like clouds and all that good stuff,
people
right?
were on the radio. They were cursing. They were mad. Like y'all, like they didn't do anything to prevent this. The mayor, the government should have done something, and the road should have been salted. It was a mess. It was funny. I can laugh at it now, but
Yeah,
oh, well,
that's
get to the
hilarious.
South today. Welcome to you want to Mississippi too.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be great. No, I'm kidding.
I was talking to my movers today. They were like, "And you're moving here from California?" I was like, "Yeah." And you got
You're gonna get
like,
that a lot. Why here?
I'm just, I'm not even gonna tell them. People ask me, "Where are you from?" I'm just gonna be like, I don't know. If they see my car with the license plate, I'll be like, it's a rental.
I
I don't
haven't
feel
changed
like
mine either.
I don't feel like having to talk to people and explain that to folks. I know when I went to college and I was living in Virginia and people would see my first of all, like my freshman year I had a car cuz I was in the military, right?
Mhm.
So I had to be able to get to base. But a lot of people would like ask me like, "Why are you out here from like California?" And what's like, don't get me wrong, California is a great place to live. It's sunny all the time, it's warm, it rains maybe like 3 days out of the year for 5 minutes, right? That's why we're always in a drought. Nevertheless, it's stupid expensive. Stupid expensive.
Oh yeah.
It's um I don't know how to say it. It's a lot. And everything
Mhm.
is far away. And to do something fun, you know, like having to sit in traffic just to go to the beach is extremely stressful for me because it's like what why is everybody out on the street? I don't know. It's just weird. I love California. I wish that I could stay here. um it's a great state. It's just stupid expensive for no reason other than
To
the
be expensive.
weather. Yeah, like these these homes, right? Like let's just say like my neighbors down the street, they just sold their house for like $995,000.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
four bedrooms, three baths. That same type house, like let's say in South Carolina, is like 300,000.
Oh yeah.
So it's just kind of like, why is this house selling for almost $1 million?
That's
For
the
what?
same.
And we're on the fault line.
That's
It's not.
the same thing I said. That's the
We're
same thing
on
I said.
we're on the fault line, and we're in a high fire area. So when it gets really windy out here, it's like everyone's like, "Oh my god, is a fire coming? Don't smoke." You're like, if you smoke, get in the house, stop smoking. You're gonna cut. You're gonna There's gonna be a fire. Like, cut it out. You know, it's
Wow.
just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So
No, I believe you. Trust me. Um, I'd say the same thing about Illinois because it's the same thing where my mother-in-law, they were living. I thought it was really ridiculous that they were paying like 2,200 for like a two bedroom, like two bathroom with a basement type deal. Like that is so much money in the neighborhood. $1 million house. Like, why are these houses worth $1 million? Back when Georgia, Louisiana, I'm from, this house would be like 300,000. This ain't
yeah,
even that special. What is it so much for?
yeah,
Why? Y'all don't even have a good area. Two people just got shot arguing over a dog. No, what?
right, right, right. So it's just like, it's
And it was a
just too
chihuahua
much.
at that. Like,
It's just too much.
it
Like,
is.
let
It's
me like
New York.
and it's kind of, it's extremely frustrating because I feel like sometimes if I stay here, like, my I'll never do anything because it's so expensive. You know,
Yeah.
like you got to drive there. Okay, half a tank of gas. Like, to get a half a tank of gas, that's probably about $50 because the
Mm,
gas is what, 5.88, something like that. Excuse me.
that about right. About right. Because up here, I think it's like 480 something. So it's probably about $1 more where you are in California.
Yeah, so it's just like, to get there, you have to put $100 worth of gas in your tank just to to go 45 minutes. Then when you get there, the tickets are $25. They're like, and I'm like, oh, but I have a toddler. Oh, her ticket's 35. Your ticket's 60. You know, you're like, what in the world? I'm like, I want to be able to enjoy my life. Like, I work crazy, crazy hard. Let me enjoy my life. Let me go on vacation. Let me be able to afford to go on vacation.
You hear me?
You know, it'd be different if it was just me,
There it is. I was trying to
me and
fix this, but we're good
it's
now.
me
Okay.
and my little ones, and I'm like, I'm not um, able to take them to see things that they really want to see or do,
Right.
or hell, stuff that I want to do.
You know, I don't see the point of it because I see California and New York becoming the same thing. Like, why is it so doggone expensive?
Right?
Atlanta is becoming the same exact way. Chicago's already there. Y'all want to see what it's becoming? Look at Chicago. $25 just to park for 15 minutes.
Yikes! I
The,
wouldn't
sh-
go.
the tax, the tolls, all of it. And it's like, why? I mean, I've been coming up here to Illinois since 2010 and paying tolls. Why does everything still look the same? Nothing has changed. Where is this money going? Y'all legalized marijuana in Illinois. You telling me that tax, the money from the tax on marijuana alone isn't enough to fix y'all roads?
That's
12 years
crazy.
later, y'all still ain't y'all put up the cones, the cones out there though. You know, you always see the
That's
man
what
with the
they
cones.
needed it for. They had to give their people raises. You have to think
You
too
know,
that all those people working on the roads have to get paid. So
I never
that's
see
where it's
people working.
going.
I just see people laying cones. Why do I never see work?
That
Just
is
the
work.
cone.
Laying a cone is hard work. Do you know? Have you ever watched those guys? They're driving all slow, and they have to like put it down, and it can't fall over because you can't stop in the middle of the highway, right? It's work. It's hard work. You
It is work. That's
just
hard
stop.
work.
You gotta stop talking about our transit people.
I know we're sorry. We love y'all so much. Hard work is appreciated. It really is. It's not y'all fault. We know y'all don't set
It's
the
not.
prices.
They don't set the prices. They're
Oh
just
my
like,
god.
we just show up. All they do, like everybody else, we're just all just showing up. That's all
Wait,
we
are you
do.
taking your car to California? Or how are you gonna drive? Are you gonna drive
Mhm. Yeah,
from California to Mississippi?
yeah. It's only like 3 days.
Only 3 days. That's
Yeah.
it.
Well,
That's
okay,
it.
right. If I drove all the way through, it would be just straight 24 hours.
Who's gonna be with you though? You got somebody with you?
Hmm. Yeah,
I was making sure you're gonna be safe because 3 days is a long time today to be on that road.
but I love long car trips.
Me
Love,
too. I do
love,
too.
love, love. So I'm good, right? But it's gonna take 3 days because I'll have little ones with me, so we're gonna have to
Right.
stop, right? If it was just
Right.
me, I could drive 24 hours straight all the way through with no problem. Just go
Right.
use the potty or whatever like that. But you know,
Oh yeah, you got little ones. You're gonna have to make frequent stops. I was just making sure
yeah,
you're gonna be safe, cause girl, these
yeah, I'm
people.
gonna be safe. I'm gonna be safe. I already like checked the weather. I've already like did all of our stuff that needs to be done with the vehicle and all of that. So we'll be good. I'm not pressed. I'm not worried. Like we're just gonna get there. It'd be great if I could do a timeline jump while everybody's sleeping,
Girl,
and just and like when everybody wakes up, that we're just there. That'd be awesome. I can get
yeah.
like some what is that guy's name? Strange, Doctor Strange,
Oh
magic.
yeah. Open the portals.
Open the portal and just be there.
Girl, don't get me started on Marvel. You have no ideas how many times I wish that's like if I could just drive through a portal and just be there right now. Uh, but I love driving. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want nobody to be in the car with me because I want to sing as loud and off key as I want to. Like girl, I turn into every artist that come on the radio in the car, and I don't care if you're watching. I'm there.
Just jamming out. Yeah, I feel you
Yeah,
on that.
yeah. But as long as you're being safe, I just make sure it's a long drive.
Yeah, it's
Be
not that
careful.
bad.
I,
That's not that bad. I do
I
have
don't know.
concerns though, like with Texas because it's like super hot, and I know that they still have like sundown towns out there. So I've been trying to
That
like get all of those.
that's why I was saying be careful
Yeah.
because Texas by far I don't think we've ever driven through Texas. I think anytime we've ever gone through there, we've either taken a bus or we've flown over. And I know my mom and her sisters would drive through there to get to my granny in California. It's just the sundown towns in Texas are what scare me. I mean, well, they don't
Hmm.
scare me. It's just like knowing that they still exist and the fact that you may have to drive through them is the part that makes me uneasy.
Yeah.
I don't test anybody's invincible. Like I don't,
Hmm.
like if you're invincible, everybody has this level of insta why can I not talk?
I don't know.
People have this thing of, I can be invincible at some time. And we forget our mortality. It's just, I don't want to be the reminder, but at the same time, like, remember to be safe. Remember to
Yeah.
be cautious.
I mean, I don't play with them folks. I do not play with them folks. Let me tell you right now. Like, I've already um, just as I find more of those cities, if they're on the route, I'm just like, well, maybe we should just like before we get into that area, get a gas can, you know, and just in case, so we don't have to um, stop at their gas stations or anything like that. Because
It's
let me
a
tell
shame that
you,
you even have to worry about it. We shouldn't have to
I
worry about
mean,
stuff
it
like
is
this.
it is what it is. Like, let me tell you, my mom got me. What happened? So you know that book, that green book. I don't know what it's called, but it's what our people use to travel safely across the United States. There was a movie made with the same title as the book, Green something. Well, anyway, she got me like a replica because she had showed me the one that my grandfather used to use, like back in the '60s and
Aw.
'70s, that she had, right? And I was like going through it, and I'm like, there were so many places that weren't safe, um, or that no, that were safe for us to stop. But if you
Mhm.
Google those places now, like they're not there anymore. They're totally different, you know. But I was just like, I couldn't imagine Like that really being your life. Like you have to literally bring food with you because some of the restaurants wouldn't allow you to stop there to eat. Or you had to like bring cups and buckets with you to use the bathroom because you couldn't use the bathroom in some of those places. It's quite extraordinary to read about how far we've come or that they've allowed us to come, but still how much more change is needed so that we can remain or even and have the same equality. But that's life, I guess,
Yeah, I found it.
living
Yeah, the
in
Green
these
Book.
United States.
I found it for you. Okay, so the Green Book was a travel guide published between 1936 and 66 with listed hotels, restaurants, bars, gas stations, etc. Black travelers would be welcome.
Hmm.
I found it. Okay. Navigating the
Yeah,
Green Book. Oh, I want to buy this just to have it.
it's really interesting. When I used to live, when I got the, my mom got the book for me. I was looking at places in Cleveland, Ohio, because that's where I lived at one time, and so many of those places, like those buildings, are still there. I mean, they're
Mm,
dilapidated and no one's in them, but they're still there. You know, it's
right.
really interesting.
This is actually wow. 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 This all this is like wow. It's just I mean, and it does the thing is it doesn't it's not a good wow because 1947, 2022, and
Hmm.
we are still having to chart and map our courses according to where it's going to be safe for us.
Hmm. It's sad.
That is
It's
this is
super sad. And a lot of I don't know.
this is what I'm not going to have my kids accepting. I'm not going to let them accept this. This is nah. This is what I refuse to let them accept. Being and having to live like this.
Yeah. Well, as long as they're in the United States, you
Oh yeah,
know, that's how it's. How do I say it? I believe personally that until communities of color, black, Hispanic, Asian, what have you, until we really band together and create the community that we need, this is just how our lives are gonna be, right? Because I know I'm not necessarily like taking a stand and doing anything, right? Out of not necessarily complacency, but just being like, what can I do? There's that question, right? What can I do to change? But
that's the
then
thing.
it's like,
It's not about taking the necessary stand because this it's very clear that if a war breaks out, we all know who's going to lose. I don't think
mm,
it should come to a war. You
yeah,
know, I really truly believe that it's gonna take a spiritual collective.
yeah,
That's what it's gonna take because to sit there and say that it's gonna be dependent on just the black community. I mean, not saying that that's not what you said. I'm saying like to sit there and feel that the black community could be the one to break it. Yeah, I believe it's possible, but what if it was more than that? What if it could be more than that? Not saying that we need anybody else, but the more division that stands, the easier it is for them to rule.
right,
They
right,
can't break unity.
right.
And collective conscious to me is what's going to break it. And I feel like we're getting close because we're seeing a lot of stuff. They can't hide no more. So some of it
Yeah,
has me laughing a little bit, especially the stuff that's melting.
sorry,
You okay?
distractions. Hold on for one moment. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
children.
Are you okay?
Children, children, children. Yeah. The stuff that bark I was talking about is called cramp bark.
Cramp bark. I have cramp bark.
Okay. So is that the same thing?
No,
Viburnum opulus?
totally different.
Okay.
Oh man, this has been awesome. Oh, 111. Yay! For everybody who's here, thank you for coming. We so appreciate y'all being here and the loves and the likes. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. All right, Miss Denay, anything else for today? I think somebody's ready to be done. Ready for you to be done.
They're like, come on. Well, no, my son has a doctor's appointment, so like trying to get him together so we can walk out the door.
Yeah, I
But
got
and he acts like I didn't just tell him what he needed to do.
he's a boy. Being a mom to a boy has it has taught me a level of patience I never knew I had.
Yeah, but it's just
I
like I literally I like before we started, I was like, "This is what you need to do." Okay, mom. An hour later, what do I need to do? Why haven't you already started? Because I had a campaign and it was going good and I have to win. All right, win.
wait. What game is he playing? What game is he playing?
Uh, I don't know. I don't know.
Because my son talk about this world of tanks where he can't stop. I gotta finish this. Gotta finish this match. Let me finish the match and I'll get started.
All of them are these campaign type games that take hours to complete, and you're just like, you
Look,
know,
I'm all for the gaming and when you got time for it, but sir, I told you to go take a shower. You need to go shower and you need to have
yeah,
your clothes ready. Why aren't your clothes ready? Or I forgot to
yeah.
wash them. Why didn't you wash them? Oh, I got caught up in this match and I forgot. You have no clean clothes to wear because you didn't do your laundry. Now, mind you, my son's 14 and I taught him how to do his laundry at 9. So
Hmm.
he knows how to get in there, do his own laundry, the settings, how to put them in there. He knows how to do that.
Yeah,
I leave that responsibility up to him. But son,
no.
son,
See, my son, he's my baby. He still needs his mom and his direction.
they're gonna
So
forever, like 22, mama. Why
yeah,
are you calling me this early in the morning? Can I come over do some laundry? No, come on over.
I mean, I love it, and I'm not like trying to make him like rush to grow up or
Oh
anything.
no, not at all.
I just, it would be nice if he would start prioritizing just a little bit. Like just prioritize because
You,
these video games could like take a break. It's gonna be okay. Like nothing's gonna happen. They're not gonna they're not gonna do a new upgrade without letting you know. Like I'm gonna get the email. They'll send you a notice. You
girl,
know,
don't it
like
be dramatic? Doesn't it be dramatic? It's a thing. And
I'm
my son, he
telling
recently
you.
started asking me for money to spend in these games, and I'm like, have you lost your mind?
I know. I told
I
my
will
son, I was like, absolutely no.
absolutely
Absolutely.
not.
Immediately shut down. Like, no.
So I taught him a lesson. So I gave him, I was like, you know what? We're gonna go somewhere later. So I gave him, I was like, you got $20. We're gonna go somewhere a little later, and we're gonna go somewhere tomorrow. So you may want to save your money. Of course, I'm
Hmm.
gonna give him more than $20, but I just
That's
want
the
to see what he do
principle.
with it.
Yeah.
And immediately, he's like, can I spend the $20 on this expansion pack for this game? Are you
Yeah.
serious? We're about to leave and go somewhere. You're gonna want to buy something. You're gonna spend your money now. Yeah. I
They
was like,
don't
okay,
understand. I told my son, I was like, how can you buy something that's not even tangible? Like you can't even touch it.
exactly.
Like if I spend $5 on this pen, I'm like, okay, it's $5. I just spent it. But these are video games that you can't touch it. You can't like put your hand in it. You
You can't
can't.
eat it. It don't give you nothing.
And
it's just there.
as soon as it's gone, you just spent 84.99 on something, and as soon as that package is gone, what are you gonna do with it now? Like, come on. And he's like, well,
Exactly.
I could do chores. I said, you don't even do the chores you have now, and you get paid for that, but you want to do extra stuff. You don't even like. What are you doing?
Exactly. That's it. And that's my son, the good boy points. Like, let me earn some good boy points. I'll watch, oh, I'll
Yeah.
watch my brothers. I'll watch them while you guys go take a nap. Don't even think about it. Say no, sir. I just need one more hour, just one more hour. No, you can't mow the grass that many times.
Right. You only mow it once a week.
I can pick up and rake up the grass, boy. Just go in the house, give your brain a break from the dopamine rush. It's okay to give your brain a break from.
Right. I don't
And
get it.
like I
I
said, I'm
don't
not
get it.
against gaming at all. Trust me, I love my gaming time. I do, but
Yeah.
baby, priorities. I don't know. It's to me, it's like they're pleasure first, pleasure first.
It's that age though.
It
They don't
is, it
have
is.
that. They don't have that. What is that called? Delayed gratification. They don't have that yet.
I think that's a skill that has to be taught. Me, you got to learn self control, and I think delayed gratification is a part of that. So you're right. I like that.
Yeah. I don't know. But all right, girl, let's head on out.
This was amazing. To everybody who showed up, we thank you guys so much. You can find me, Nallie S, on TikTok, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. This is always my name here. And you can follow Miss Denay. There's her tag there, Goddess Revival 3333. You and that's you on all platforms or just social that's all platforms?
Social media.
Social
Yeah.
platforms. So yeah. So you know where
Mhm.
to find us, know where to follow us. We love y'all. We thank you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We love y'all. Take care. For our moms out there, hang in there. Don't choke them out the
Yes.
shit. Just hang in there. We with you. We got you. We love y'all. Bye.
Bye.